Niles Dawson had always been the kind of son his parents could count on. Dependable, reserved, and respectful. At 32, he had lived a comfortable and predictable life in the small, picturesque town of Shelburne, Vermont. Raised by Margaret and Harold Dawson, prominent figures in the community, Niles had grown up feeling the weight of their expectations. But everything changed the moment he met Matilda Rousseau. It was during a backpacking trip through Europe, an adventure Niles had embarked on after years of being stuck in a monotonous routine. In a quiet corner of Montmartre, Paris, he stumbled upon Matilda painting a vibrant mural on the side of a café. She was unlike anyone he had ever met. Bold, vivacious, and free-spirited, Matilda seemed to exist in a world entirely her own. It didn't take long for their friendship to evolve into something deeper. Now, 6 months later, Niles was sitting in his childhood home, nervously clutching a cup of tea as he prepared to tell his parents about his engagement. He glanced at the clock, 3:45 p.m., and wondered how this conversation would go. Matilda had urged him to be honest, to express how much he loved her, but Niles knew his parents. This wasn't going to be easy. Margaret entered the room with her signature air of authority, her silver hair perfectly styled, and her demeanor calm yet commanding. Harold followed close behind, settling into his favorite armchair with a deep sigh. "Niles," Margaret began, her tone warm but curious, "you've been unusually quiet today. What's on your mind?" He took a deep breath, his fingers tightening around the cup. "I have something important to tell you both." Margaret and Harold exchanged a glance, their expressions shifting to attentive concern. Niles hesitated for a moment before finally saying, "I've decided to get married." The silence that followed was deafening. Margaret's brow furrowed, and Harold leaned forward, resting his elbows on his knees. To Matilda, Niles added quickly, his voice firmer now. "We've been seeing each other for a while, and I've never been more sure about anything in my life." Margaret's expression tightened, her usually calm demeanor replaced by a flicker of unease. "You're getting married?" she asked, her voice laced with disbelief. To Matilda, the girl from France. "Yes," Niles said, his stomach twisting. "I love her, Mom. She's incredible. .. Margaret set her teacup down with a soft clink, the sound reverberating in the quiet room. "Niles, you've only known her for 6 months. Marriage is a lifelong commitment. Have you really thought this through?" Harold, always the more pragmatic of the two, cleared his throat. "Son, we're not saying this to hurt you, but you're rushing into something serious. Matilda is from a completely different world. Have you considered how this will work long-term?" "Yes, I've thought about it," Niles replied, though his voice wavered slightly. "I know it's fast, but I've never felt this way before. She's everything I've been looking for."